It's time for your suffering to end.
Stranger Things Season 5 is set to drop in 2025, and we've got some fresh details. Netflix just released a new teaser trailer for Stranger Things Day, revealing the episode titles for most of the final season. The trailer kicks off with the classic theme song and runs through the titles for all 8 episodes. Here's what we know so far. Episode 1 is called The Crawl. Episode 2 is The Vanishing of Blurred. Episode 3 is The Turnbow Trap. Episode 4 is Sorcerer. Episode 5 is Shock Jock. Episode 6 is Escape from Camazotz. Episode 7 is The Bridge. And Episode 8 is The Right Side Up. Along with the episode titles, a brief synopsis has dropped, teasing, in the fall of 1987, one last adventure begins. This is the most we've gotten about the final season of Stranger Things, but there's still a lot of mystery left to solve. There are some hints. The name Turnbow might be a reference to a company shown on a billboard in the Upside Down for Turnbow Land Development and Realty, which co-creator Ross Duffer posted about on Instagram. Shock Jock refers to a radio broadcaster, so a radio station could play a part. Plus, Camazotz is a death bat from Mayan mythology, so it's looking like more demo bats might be on the way. Coming back to the second episode title, it's unlikely one of our main crew will vanish again, so some are guessing it could be Mike's younger sister, Holly Wheeler. She's been barely mentioned so far, probably because of her young age, but she's likely around 7 or 8 now, and a new actress has been cast for Season 5. With other siblings like Erica getting involved in the action, it makes sense for Holly to be the one who ends up missing this time around. There are rumors she'll play a bigger role, so we'll see how it plays out. Aside from that mystery, Season 5 has a few others to solve, like whether Max can still help defeat Vecna while in a coma. Max became a pivotal character in Season 4, especially with her iconic running up that hill moment where she used her favorite song to fight Vecna. However, at the end of Season 4, after a brutal battle, Max ended up in a coma. The big question for Season 5 is whether Max can still play a key role in defeating Vecna, even if she can't physically move or communicate. Since the Upside Down has been leaking into Hawkins, there's a chance Max's counterpart in the Upside Down could still be active, allowing her to help defeat Vecna despite being trapped in a coma. Another big question for Season 5 is whether Hawkins can survive the Upside Down's invasion. With the Upside Down already starting to leak into the town by the end of Season 4, Season 5 will need to explain just how far this has gone. Since the cast has grown up so much since the series began, Season 5 will likely open with a time jump, helping the characters' ages line up with those of the actors, like Millie Bobby Brown, 20, and Finn Wolfhard, 22, instead of having them play 16-year-olds. However, this also means the Upside Down will have had years to spread throughout Hawkins, likely leading to some kind of ecological disaster. The time jump in Season 5 means the effects of Vecna's presence on the people of Hawkins can't just be ignored. Season 5 will need to dive into how much Vecna's influence really affected the town before the Upside Down started merging with it. In Season 4, Vecna's ability to manipulate fears led to Hawkins being swept up in a satanic panic. So, Season 5 should explain how much of this hysteria can be traced back to Vecna's powers versus just the usual small-town paranoia. Also, will Eleven's sister Callie and her fellow test subjects ever return to Hawkins? Callie and her fellow test subjects have been largely forgotten since their introduction in Season 2's controversial episode, The Lost Sister. The storyline with Callie and her group of superpowered individuals didn't resonate well with fans, and the show didn't revisit it in Seasons 3 or 4. However, as Stranger Things heads into its final season, these characters and their fate can't be ignored. With Vecna being the first Hawkins lab test subject, the other test subjects could play a major role in the series' conclusion. There's potential for Callie to even side with Vecna, driven by manipulation and her feelings of abandonment by Eleven. Season 5 will likely need to address their storyline to tie up loose ends. Another one of the biggest questions heading into Season 5 is whether Eddie Munson is truly gone after his heartbreaking death in the Season 4 finale. Eddie quickly became a fan favorite, and while his death was one of the most emotional moments in the show, Stranger Things has a history of bringing characters back. For example, Hopper's death at the end of Season 3 turned out to be a fake-out, with him alive in a Russian prison camp. Similarly, Will's death in Season 1 was revealed to be a misunderstanding. With these past surprises in mind, some fans are holding out hope that Eddie could return in Season 5. Same goes for Dr. Brenner. Did he really die for good in Stranger Things Season 4? Dr. Brenner's death in Season 4 might not be as final as it seemed. While he appeared to sacrifice himself to help Eleven escape, he had already survived a Demogorgon attack back in Season 1, which raises the possibility that his death could be another fake-out. Given the show's tendency to bring characters back, there's a chance that Dr. Brenner could return in Season 5, and his story may not be over yet. But the biggest question for Season 5 is who Nancy will end up with. Jonathan, Steve, or neither? While fans are eager to learn more about Vecna's origins and how the Upside Down is affecting Hawkins, there's also a huge fan base invested in the show's character dynamics, particularly Nancy's love life. In Season 1, Nancy was with Steve, but she later broke up with him to be with Jonathan after they bonded while searching for Will. However, things haven't been smooth sailing for Nancy and Jonathan, especially in Season 4, where Jonathan lied about his college plans to avoid disappointing her. With all the tension in their relationship, it's harder than ever to predict who Nancy will end up with, or if she'll end up with either of them. A lot of these questions could get answered in Season 5, or they might purposely be left open for exploration in the spin-offs already in the works. The Stranger Things universe is going to expand more than you probably expect in the next few years. In April 2023, it was announced that an animated series called Project Mirkwood, set in the Stranger Things world, is in the works for Netflix. The show is planned to have 2 seasons and is currently in production, though there's no release date or window just yet. The Duffer Brothers will be executive producers alongside Shawn Levy, Dan Cohen, and Eric Robles. Another project on the horizon is Stranger Things Tokyo. According to What's on Netflix, the Duffer Brothers and Netflix are developing an anime series set in Japan. The project was first reported in December 2022, but there haven't been any updates since. It's possible it might tie in with Project Mirkwood, or it could be a completely separate show. Time will tell. Finally, there's a live-action Stranger Things spin-off. These days, when a popular series ends, a spin-off or sequel is almost guaranteed, and Stranger Things is no exception. On July 6, 2022, Netflix confirmed that the Duffer Brothers had started their production company, Upside Down Pictures, and had signed a deal for multiple future projects, including at least 1 season of a live-action spin-off. There's little info about it, except that it'll be an original story from the Duffers, produced by Upside Down Pictures and 21 Laps. Interestingly, Finn Wolfhard is the only person besides the Duffer Brothers who knows what the spin-off is about. In a 2022 interview, the Duffers said Wolfhard correctly guessed the concept. "We think everyone, Netflix included, will be surprised when they hear it because it's very, very different." The release date is still a mystery, especially since the main series hasn't wrapped yet and other projects like the animated series are in development. Well, that's it for today. What do you think will happen in Stranger Things Season 5? Do you think Eddie and Dr. Brenner could make a return? Or is that wishful thinking? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you want to stay updated on all things Stranger Things and other exciting projects, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you soon.